Hello friends, my name is Božica. I'm qualified interior designer and color specialist. In today's video, I'm going to explain one of the most asked questions on my YouTube channel. Should I use one white paint color throughout my whole house? The answer is no. And I'm going to show you in 3 different examples why that is the case. So let's start first with your open space living. If you are renovating or building a new home, there will be an area right now, the way we're designing homes, where the whole ground floor is one open space living. Now, that does not include your laundry and your powder room. Those rooms are closed in. Even though they are on the ground floor, they still have a door, so you can't see them unless you walk in them. What I'm referring to is your entryway, your living room, meals area. Those are your open space living. Also, if you're walking down and you have a theater room or a study that don't have the doors, they're also part of your open space living. If they do have a door, then they're treated as a separate room. So that means you can create different color schemes, and you should treat all these areas differently based on what fixed elements they have in that space. So in your open space living, we will start with the kitchen. Your stone is a neutral and it will dictate what white paint color you can have. So for the purpose of today's exercise, I have a lovely Caesar stone here, organic white with a lovely gray-green undertone. I have 2 whites here. One is white verdict full strength. It's a lovely warm white with a green undertone. LRV is 80, and the other one is same color, white verdict half, so half strength, again lovely gray-green undertone, just a warmer version. Both of these colors actually work really well with this stone, so I'm just going to show you. They're really beautiful, very warm, really nice, and as you can see, the stone just melts with both of them, so you can either go for a lighter or a darker version. Now, you don't need to, because both of them are really bright and warm. LRV is 80. You can paint your architrave skirtings and doors in this color. If you want white verdict with the LRV of 80 and you want to create that contrast, if you have lovely architrave skirtings and doors, I would definitely use a pure white, which is vivid white, and now you can see the difference between 2. And the reason I would do that, because we should never be mixing more than 2 neutrals in one space. When we use the vivid white, it's first of all creating the lovely contrast, but it also giving us an opportunity to introduce another neutral and undertone in our space. So that would be the option that I would use. I would not use one color and it's so bright and play with different quarters and strengths, because it's just not going to do much. If you really want that difference, then go with the vivid white or stick with the same color when it's very bright. So that would be my suggestion. Now, so that would be when it comes to the stone. Now, this stone also dictates what splashback you have, what upper and lower cabinets you can have, and what tile you can have. Now that you have a gray-green undertone, I also provide other colors that you can test, and also I teach you what other neutrals you can use in a space and how you can create the lovely flow in your open space living, how you can create the color scheme. I teach all that in my online course. So if you want to expand your knowledge and do all this on your own, you can do it. It's very easy and simple. The whole interior design and colors are based on rules, so if you follow these rules, you can do it all by yourself. Second option is, if you have a theater room with the doors, separate room, separate area, and you just want to create something really beautiful, and let's say you have fallen in love with this fabric and you want to create a lovely color scheme, and you want to pick this white that it's in the leaves here, so you would go and test it and you want to use that on the walls. So I have 2 colors here that I have taken. One is lighter, it's the same color, it's a Casper white. Casper white full strength, the LRV is 75, a little bit deep, has a lovely green undertone. And then we have Casper white quarter, the LRV is 86. It's much brighter. There you can definitely see the difference between the 2. Not a lot of difference, but there is difference. So I would definitely use Casper white quarter because it works really well with this lovely fabric. I would definitely use this fabric on the as curtains. It would look really well. And then in the leaves we have this really lovely brown, which you can let's say have the sofa or chairs upholstered, and then we can also bring another lovely white, through, let's say we can have some cushions and pipe or use this as a piping, create more cushions, or I mean, the possibilities are endless to create a lovely color scheme. But I would use the Casper White on your architraves, skirtings and doors inside that room if you want to make it look all just seamless and everything melts. It's a very bright white, as I said, LRV 86, lovely green undertone. So there's no need to add any other color. The third is your bedrooms. Usually bedrooms are upstairs and you would choose the carpet. So sometimes when you are creating a color scheme and you want to have the consistency, you would usually stick with the same neutral going throughout the space. However, some whites are very bright, and if your carpet is really dark and then you stick a really bright white, all you can see and focus in that room is your carpet. It really sticks out like a sore thumb because there's no repetition in that undertone that you have in your carpet. So it's really important to pay attention to what carpet you are choosing. So for this instance, I have chosen a different undertone, and as you can see, this carpet in particular has a bit of lighter and darker options, which a lot of people sometimes like, and it's a lovely gray with the blue undertone. So I have here one color from Dulux, and I have tested this carpet, and literally every single color that it's in here from different strengths are in this carpet, and I teach all this. So now you can choose the lighter one, the mid-tone one, and the darker one, and this would be in all of your bedrooms. And then you can, for example, create a lovely color scheme and choose your curtains maybe to be in a little bit of a darker shade, but the undertone would remain the same. Or, because I teach you which other undertone you can introduce, you can create a color scheme. Keep your, for example, very light gray blue, which would work like magic with this particular, as you can see, it works really well with this carpet. And then you can bring another undertone into the space. It doesn't all have to be gray, blue, 50 shades of gray. We can definitely bring a warmth through different undertones and create an amazing color scheme. So as you can see, no, it's not good to use one white paint color throughout the whole home. Now, I haven't touched on the bathrooms, but if you have a bathroom where you're not going wall to ceiling tiles all the way, and you have, let's say, just half, you're going only halfway, you need to match a perfect color that it's in your tile, whatever warm white or neutral that is. You will need to test, but you would need the samples to test them, which I provide, and then paint those walls in that color. So the white that you have chosen on your ground floor in your open space living might not work in your bathrooms if you are not using wall to floor tiles. So all these factors are really important. They play a huge role in how your overall color scheme is going to look. So you have to work with the rooms that you have, or if you want to create that lovely flow throughout the whole house, using the particular two neutrals and plus a white. I teach all that in my online course. I hope this video was really helpful. Pay attention to your LRVs. Very important. If it's a bright, very bright, warm white, cool white, it doesn't really matter. Use that white throughout your whole house. If on your architraves, skirtings and doors, if the LRV is below 80, then definitely introduce a vivid white. Create that lovely contrast. You can also play away having your architraves, skirtings and doors darker, but that's our video for another day. And I hope this was really helpful. I wish you all a lovely day, and I'll see you in another video. Ciao for now.